Welcome back, folks, to the 5th Annual South Carolina Manufacturing Conference and Expo. It's now time for the conference's longtime anchor event, the Manufacturing Excellence Awards presented by Choate Construction. Although this is our 5th conference, this will be the 23rd consecutive year that the Manufacturing Excellence Awards have been held. As a reminder to everyone, today's awards show, along with all conference content, will be archived right here on SCBiz TV. Our fellow producer and partner on the award show for the 5th year in a row is the South Carolina Manufacturing Extension Partnership, or SCMEP, and I'm now joined by SCMEP CEO, that's a lot of letters in a row, Chuck Spangler. Welcome, Chuck.
Hey, thank you, Rick. Thank you for having me.
It is good to see you, man. We are at the anchor event again. We do this every year. We've been doing it for 5 years, and now we get the chance to give away some awards.
Oh, it's very exciting. We have some incredible companies this year.
We do. And we've talked about this before, but we're going to hand out Emerging Manufacturer of the Year.
Yes.
An Outreach Award, Transformation and Operational Excellence Awards, and then we're going to have fun with honoring some companies that did well to pivot during the COVID times. What about that?
Yeah, we're very excited about that. You know, we always like to show the diversity of our manufacturing companies in the state of South Carolina during this award ceremony. And, you know, from very small companies to very large companies, and from new companies that decided to come in and build in our state to the companies that decided to expand. Well, this year due to COVID, it was kind of a little different because we had a lot of companies that were almost going to have to lay off their whole staff and their employees. But instead, they pivoted, they made a decision, they made some PPEs, and instead, not only did they keep their employees, they hired. Right. And then so there's some incredible stories out there across South Carolina that this year is going to make it a little different, and we're going to call those awards the SCMEP COVID Response Award, and then also the SCMEP Beyond the Call of Duty Award. That's right. Companies that had like a bias for action and made major impact not only in South Carolina but for the United States. So real excited about the awards, and also our Lifetime Achievement Award that at the very end that we really love. That's that we're really excited about for this year's nominee too.
Right, and we have been promoting who all of the honorees are for a little while now in terms of most of the awards, but we have not told you who the Lifetime Achievement Award winner is, but we're going to get to that here in just a few minutes. Thank you to Choate Construction for being the presenting sponsor of this year's Manufacturing Excellence Awards. In today's show, we'll be honoring 29 companies, plus at the conclusion of the show, we'll announce the winner of the 2020 Blue Cross Blue Shield Manufacturing Lifetime Service Award. Matt Brewer is the president at Choate Construction, and Grady Johnson is the president and group publisher, and my boss, at SCBiz News. They will be announcing the winners today from our Charleston studio, and this is how it's going to flow. First, Matt and Grady will hand out the following awards: Transformation and Operational Excellence, Innovator of the Year, Emerging Manufacturer of the Year, the Outreach Award, and the Smart Move South Carolina Awards. After that, we'll honor companies with the SCMEP COVID-19 Response Award and the Beyond a Call of Duty Award. And last but certainly not least, we'll honor someone with the Lifetime Service Award. So let's get started. Grady Johnson and Matt Brewer are in our Charleston studio, and they will handle the awards announcements. Gentlemen, take it away.
Thank you, Rick. I'm here with Matt Brewer from Choate Construction. We're here in our North Charleston studio, and this is the ultimate pivot because of the pandemic. And Matt, you've been a sponsor for years, and really appreciate you coming in and doing this with us virtually this time. Just real quick, how are you guys doing during the pandemic?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you, Grady. We're honored to be a sponsor again this year. The pandemic, like many of our other businesses here in South Carolina and throughout the world, quite honestly, have been affected. I feel blessed on one hand that we've been deemed an essential business and we're able to serve our clients in a meaningful way throughout this pandemic. On the people side, you know, we've had people affected, and so it's been inspiring to see how our employees and our owners have rallied around each other in a time of need. I will say that I'm very optimistic about the outlook for our future. For our state's future, for the manufacturing industry's future, and we're excited to be a part of that. We're looking forward.
Well, good. Well, let's get this thing rolling, and I think you're up first.
All right. Welcome everyone to the Manufacturing Excellence Awards. Today we recognize both the individuals and the companies who have exceeded industry expectations, broken barriers, and gone above and beyond in their specialized fields. The great state of South Carolina would not be as fruitful and lively as it is today if it weren't for all the companies represented here. We continue to experience exciting growth in South Carolina, including the recent announcement of Boeing consolidating all 787 production to South Carolina beginning in 2021. Jim Newsom, Barbara Melvin, and their dedicated team at the South Carolina ports hitting momentous milestones, welcoming the largest container ship in the East Coast has ever seen, and soon to come another terminal that will double our port's current capacity. Choate has been blessed to call these companies, among many others, valued clients. With over 60 million square feet of industrial facilities in our portfolio, our team specializes in advanced building techniques to maximize revenues and increase speed to market for our manufacturing clients. Over the past 25 years, Choate has built its reputation in South Carolina on integrity and operational excellence. What we build with our clients is more than just structures of steel and concrete. Our goal is to forge long-lasting relationships based on trust, respect, and a relentless focus on creating ROI for our clients. If we haven't had a chance to work together, I hope you'll give us an opportunity to show you. Let's get started. Our first award category is Innovator of the Year. We'll be honoring two companies. The first winner is Daedalus Industrial. Daedalus Industrial began operations as Patriot Automation in December 2017 as a division of Materials Management Inc., with a small team of electrical technicians and a single controls engineer. Shortly thereafter, Materials Management spun off the Patriot Automation division and Daedalus Industrial LLC was formed. In 2019, Daedalus pivoted to R&D and product development, securing a patent for a containerized modular building management system responsible for monitoring and controlling the power, security, and environment for data centers called BMS Pod. To support projects of this scale, Daedalus developed a unique web-based tool called Data Suite. Daedalus is the only company in this industry who's attempted an automated tool to bridge the design and quoting process for the client, and with a client interface available 24/7 on their website. Congratulations, Daedalus Industrial, for winning the Innovator of the Year award. The next winner of the Innovator of the Year award is Archroma. Archroma is committed to ethical and sustainable operations in all business activities, according to the United Nations Global Compact and their Code of Conduct. In 2018, the Martin site initiated a sustainability steering group with the goal of aligning the site with Archroma's global core sustainability values. Over the course of several months, the team identified numerous opportunities to preserve groundwater, electricity, and organic loading at the chemical waste treatment plant. They acted on those findings and achieved the following: a 20% water reduction, which equals 104,000 gallons, an electricity reduction of 6%, which is the equivalent of 1.5 million kilowatts per hour, a BOD 5 loading reduction of 31%. That's 29 pounds per day. Congratulations, Archroma, for winning the Innovator of the Year award.
Up next is the Outreach Award, and the winner is Sun Surveillance. In operation since 2004, Sun Surveillance is a small company that produces complete and autonomous wireless solar-powered security camera systems. While they are a leader in producing new-age solar products, their leadership provides stewardship to the community through their support of Jumpstart, an SC-based 501c3 organization that is dedicated to restoring the lives of inmates on the inside and outside of prison. During trying times when there are so many people in need, Jumpstart will still reach out and serve 1,000 inmates in 17 South Carolina prisons with their 40-week intensive discipleship process. Congratulations, Sun Surveillance, for winning the Outreach Award.
Our next award honors the Emerging Manufacturer of the Year. The winner is Minileit, Inc. Minileit is a Tier 2 automotive manufacturing company that has been making high-temperature exhaust components for the last 8 years. The company has invested more than $4 million in capital to be able to run production in South Carolina. They contract approximately $350,000 per year from suppliers within our state. Minileit expanded from 16,000 square feet to 56,000 square feet in 5 years to support growth, as they are forecasted to double their current sales in 2021 based on future contracts. Congratulations, Minileit, for being named an Emerging Manufacturer of the Year.
Our next series of awards will be the Smart Move South Carolina Awards. We will recognize 6 companies for making the smart decision by either expanding an existing plant in South Carolina or moving a new facility to our state. We'll start with the Smart Move South Carolina Expansion Award. First up is McCall Farms. McCall Farms, the South Carolina-based manufacturers of Margaret Holmes, Glory Foods, Peanut Patch Boiled Peanuts, Bruce's Yams, Allen's Popeye, Veg All, and Princella, expanded its existing operations in Florence County in 2020. The $50 million investment created 140 new jobs. Joe King is the economic developer for Florence County. Next is Freightliner Custom Chassis. Established in 1995, Freightliner Custom Chassis is a division of Daimler Trucks North America and currently employs more than 1,000 team members at its headquarters located in Gaffney. A leading manufacturer of premium vehicle chassis, the company plans to expand operations in Cherokee County by early 2022. The more than $13.9 million investment is expected to create 193 new jobs. And Jim Cook is the economic developer for Cherokee County. The third honoree is Urban Electric Company. The Urban Electric Company designs and crafts a wide array of lighting fixtures that are bench-made and hand-finished. The company services an international client base of top interior designers and architects in the residential, hospitality, and contract sectors. In 2019, the company announced plans to expand its current Charleston County operations. The company's more than $10.7 million investment created approximately 180 new jobs. And Steve Dykes is the economic developer for Charleston County.
And now, on to the Smart Move South Carolina New Plant Award. We also have 3 in this category. First up is Elite Quartz Manufacturing. Staying true to the product and customer-centric values that have made Hershey Glass successful, Elite Quartz features 3 captivating collections and over 40 quartz designs. As a leading quartz surfacing manufacturer and distributor, Spectrum Quartz announced in 2019 plans to open a manufacturing facility in Latta, South Carolina. The 360,000 square foot facility, located in Dillon County, invested $22.5 million and created 114 jobs. Clay Young is the economic developer for Dillon County. Next is Adornus Cabinetry. Adornus Cabinetry, a leading manufacturer and distributor of kitchen cabinets and bathroom vanities, established manufacturing operations in Lancaster County in November 2019. The more than $10 million investment created 210 new jobs and serves as the corporate headquarters for North America. Jamie Gilbert is the economic developer for Lancaster County. Our third honoree in this category is the SHYFT Group Utilimaster. Formerly Spartan Motors, the SHYFT Group is an American automobile design company that designs, engineers, and manufactures specialty chassis, vehicles, truck bodies, and aftermarket parts. With a $1.15 million investment, the manufacturer established a facility in North Charleston, creating 210 new jobs. Stephen Dykes is the economic developer for Charleston County.
Our next award category is the Transformation and Operational Excellence Award. Today, we are honoring 3 manufacturers. The first is First Quality Tissue. At the onset of the pandemic, First Quality Tissue, located in Anderson, was deemed an essential industry. After all, they produce paper towels and bath tissue, among other products. The company has remained operational 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, enabling them to meet commitments to customers during this period of high demand. The company donated $2 million in recognition of the challenges and hardship faced by first responders and healthcare workers due to the COVID-19 pandemic, including $1.4 million to local hospitals. They also gave $650,000 to local food banks so they can source the food and resources needed to ensure those in our communities that have food for their families. Congratulations, First Quality Tissue, for winning the Transformation and Operational Excellence Award.
Our next honoree for the Transformation and Operational Excellence Award is Charles River Laboratories International. Established in 1987, Charles River Laboratories Charleston facility produces more than 50% of the world's supply of Limulus amoebicide lysate, LAL. Due to rapid growth over the last several years, it was imperative that steps be taken to ensure they focus not only on meeting increasing customer demand, but also improving their overall operational efficiencies while retaining and growing their existing workforce. From January 2018 to present, their headcount has gone from 212 to 330 employees, an increase of nearly 56%. Since 2017, approximately 30,000 square feet have been added and/or renovated at the Charleston site. Recently, a 21,000 square foot storage and alternate production facility was built in Somerville. Congratulations, Charles River Laboratories International, for winning the Transformation and Operational Excellence Award. Our third winner of the Transformation and Operational Excellence Award is Proper Polymers. Proper Group is a premium manufacturer of complex tooling and high-performance polymer products in the automotive, lighting, and industrial markets. Here is a sampling of their recent accomplishments. 282 days without a recordable injury. 0 lost time injuries. 82% reduction in customer complaints. Increased internal yields by 37%. Improved on-time delivery from 98.2% to 99.8%. They also maintained a high level of customer satisfaction and had no safety incidents throughout the COVID crisis. Congratulations, Proper Polymers, for winning the Transformation and Operational Excellence Award.
That was the last of our traditional awards. Matt, I'm really surprised that you were able to say Limulus amoebicide lysate.
Thank you for that, Grady. I'm equally as surprised.
I was waiting for that one to be a flub. We're going to kick it over now to our other studio in the upstate, and because we're not quite finished, we're in unprecedented times. COVID-19 has taken a heavy toll on our lives. The challenges that we've all faced these last several months have been significant, both at home and in the office. Many manufacturers have struggled. Facilities have seen temporary shutdowns, but many South Carolina manufacturers have not only made the best of a difficult situation, they provided truly invaluable services to their communities. There are many examples of manufacturers that have converted their facilities to begin producing personal protection equipment. Their responses were immediate, desperately needed, and in many cases inspiring. We'd like to honor some of these companies now. Watch this.
"2019 has been a year like no other. It has presented its share of unique challenges for all of us at home and at work. The manufacturing industry was hit hard by the pandemic as facilities across the state exercised caution and closed down during the initial months. When employees reported back to work, that's when the adaptability of South Carolina manufacturers became evident. Many facilities began repurposing or retooling their factories to produce medical supplies and professional protective equipment. This next award, the SCMEP COVID-19 Response Award, honors some of those manufacturers. They are presented here in alphabetical order. First up is Carolina Cotton Works. This manufacturer responded to the need for personal protective equipment, or PPE, by obtaining fabrics predominantly from hamrick mills. They then finished them into material for both surgical masks and level 1 and 2 surgical gowns. Carolina Cotton Works then sold materials to Single Source Apparel at Greenwood Mills to produce the finished products. CCW has been able to maintain both employment and production levels through these challenging times. Carolina CoverTech. Management knew they had the team in place to produce items to help those who would soon be affected by the virus. The company created 4 new product lines: Level 4 disposable, berry-compliant isolation gowns, multiple designs of body bags, school desk partitions, and golf car partitions. They doubled the workforce to meet the demands of all types of medical facilities, emergency workers, schools, and retail businesses. To date, Carolina CoverTech has produced more than 250,000 gowns and created 65 new jobs. Colite. Based in Colombia, Colite is a global branding and signage provider. When the pandemic hit, Colite quickly pivoted. With the equipment, resources, and experienced personnel already in place, the effort to begin manufacturing protective barriers and social distance wayfinding decals ramped up immediately. These solutions were further complemented by the addition of their new instant temperature monitoring and management technology, InstaScan. Composite Resources. This manufacturer decided producing masks would be the best way to help the community. With their sister company, Cat Resources, located next door, they had access to sewing equipment and the expertise needed to begin producing masks immediately. They quickly began production. After the first week of production, they began shipping their first orders, and by the end of April, had shipped more than 65,000 masks. In addition, Composite Resources donated more than 10,000 masks to Goodwill locations around the country. Fire and Pine. A woodworking company based in Ridgeland, Fire and Pine pivoted their operations in March to help with shortages of personal protective equipment. They quickly re-engineered their machines to mass-produce protective face shields for frontline workers. In a matter of days, they were able to custom design a face shield prototype from scratch and retool their machines. Assembly lines were altered to produce up to 10,000 pieces of PPE per week. Fire and Pine produced more than 25,000 shields. They donated more than 8,000 face shields to schools. Harris Pillow. Since its founding in 1958, Harris Pillow Supply has been a family-owned business. The company was faced with laying off more than 90% of their staff. However, 2 days after staff layoffs, HPS took a meeting with a member of a local hospital management team to see if they could help. Shortly after the meeting, Harris Pillow Supply signed a deal with Hilton Head Hospital and its management company, Tenet Healthcare, to make Level 2 universal-size medical gowns for Hilton Head Hospital and Tenet Healthcare's 575 healthcare locations in the United States. With this contract in hand, they were able to immediately bring back their entire staff and get to work. Life Industries. The company converted all manufacturing over to producing hand and surface sanitizer. The company began providing curbside pickup for smaller sanitizer orders. The company doubled their manufacturing workforce, and these employees are now permanent workers. Life Industries added more than 20 new customers in 6 weeks. They worked with a former customer to create a private label for the hand and surface sanitizer. Multiplastics. Designated as an essential supplier during the pandemic, one of Multiplastics' machine operators self-quarantined at the onset of the shutdown period. While off, he helped a group named Collective Shield prepare a small shield that fit over the N95 mask. He was able to build some masks using his home-built 3D printer, and after several iterations, it was ready for market. Multiplastics agreed to produce tooling and parts to support these efforts. Their staff immediately set out to get everything dialed in to produce these products. Since then, they have helped the medical field, schools, grocers, retailers, and state and federal governments obtain necessary PPE. Polymers Scientific. This manufacturer provides contract chemical R&D, formulation, analytical services, and kilogram scale manufacturing. The company shifted to 100% hand sanitizer production in their upstate location during the initial shortage of hand sanitizer, utilizing their technical and manufacturing expertise to produce high-quality hand sanitizer approved for usage in hospitals. Polymers rapidly formulated a 65% gel, which is now registered with the FDA. Springs Creative Products. A fabric and craft kit manufacturer in Rock Hill, Springs Creative Products digitally prints fabrics. When the pandemic hit, they tripled bandana production at their Greenville facility. They sponsored bandana donations to companies like Duke Power for their frontline responders and did the same for MUSC and the Sheriff's Association. The company also began custom digital printing for the mask trade for several end-use manufacturers and shipped millions of yards of cotton fabrics to Walmart and Joann stores for their mask-making efforts. Venus Group. A cut-and-sew operation in Fort Lawn, Venus Group produces table linens for the hospitality industry. They responded to the critical need for masks by retooling to sew washable fabric masks and ordering 3 automated mask production lines. The first one began production in June, the second one started in July, and the third in September. They produce 3-layer disposable non-woven medical masks that are FDA approved. Venus can immediately ship anywhere in carton quantities of 2,000. Congratulations to the honorees of the SCMEP COVID-19 Response Award. The next award is the SCMEP Beyond the Call of Duty Award. This award honors 5 South Carolina manufacturers that truly went beyond the call of duty in their response to the pandemic. They are presented here in alphabetical order. Borg-Warner. On April 13th, during the height of the COVID pandemic, Borg-Warner's Seneca site was hit with a devastating tornado that caused more than $100 million in damage. Winds blew off a major portion of the roof, which allowed rain and wind to cause considerable damage inside the facility. Despite the circumstances, the company was under extreme pressure to resume shipments. With steadfast leadership, employee involvement, and support from customers and the community, the company began shipping product just 500 hours from the time the tornado hit. Operations are not completely normalized yet. However, Borg-Warner's customers have not been significantly impacted by this event, with no missed shipments to date. Hemingway Apparel. By the end of February, Hemingway Apparel began to pay close attention to their customer base with weekly conversations about the impacts the virus might have on inventory, current sales, projected sales, and supply chain. By the first week of April, the company retooled its shirt capacity and converted over to face masks, producing approximately 18,000 masks per week. By the end of April, Hemingway converted much of its accessories production over to gaiter production. Since that time, they have produced about 25,000 gaiters and 220,000 masks. Hemingway experienced 0 downtime, no employees were laid off, and no employee hours were cut. Nephron Pharmaceuticals Corporation. Nephron develops and produces safe, affordable generic inhalation solutions and suspension products, including those used to treat severe respiratory distress symptoms. Nephron has made a difference in these challenging times in numerous ways. They helped expand and enhance virus and antibody testing in workplaces and at the University of South Carolina. They opened a child care facility to support employees with children. The company also operates a 503B outsourcing facility producing pre-filled sterile syringes and intravenous bags for hospitals. Nephron has more than doubled monthly output of medicines it produces for COVID symptoms and donated thousands of bottles of hand sanitizer to organizations in need across the Midlands. Vicor Scientific. Vicor Scientific is a national high-complexity, CAP-accredited, and CLIA-certified laboratory in Charleston. the company provides full molecular and genomic sequencing. As a response to the COVID-19 pandemic, Vicor Scientific developed and launched a COVID-19 test kit that also tests for 39 pathogens related to respiratory illness. The kit also tests for antibiotic resistance, which gives healthcare providers detailed information on the best treatment path. In addition, Vicor Scientific launched and manufactured a COVID-19 only test to meet the increasing PCR testing demand. Vicor has also launched a mobile testing unit to scale COVID testing throughout the state. ZVerse. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, ZVerse began manufacturing vital pieces of equipment such as face shields. ZVerse used its innovative platform and approach to begin creating face shields to serve frontline healthcare workers. After using 3D printing to produce the first 1,000 shields, the overwhelming demand led ZVerse to use injection molding to increase production to 100,000 shields per day at an affordable price. ZVerse has now introduced a new generation of protective face shields, the Z-Shield Flex, for workers in service industries, including restaurants, retailers, salons, grocery stores, food plants, and the elective medical sector. This innovative solution provides a neck-up design that allows for comfort and safety. That concludes our list of honorees. These companies truly stepped up in the fight against the pandemic, unlike any we've seen before. Thank you to all the winners of SCMEP's COVID-19 Response and Beyond the Call of Duty awards.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you, Matt Brewer, President of Choate Construction, and SC Biz Group Publisher and President Grady Johnson for doing the honors, and congratulations to all the winners of this year's Manufacturing Excellence Awards. And thanks to the manufacturing companies who worked so hard to assist all those in need during this unprecedented pandemic. They truly did go above and beyond. I'm back here with Chuck Spangler, CEO at the South Carolina Manufacturing Extension Partnership, or SCMEP. Chuck, thanks again for helping to make all of this happen.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Rick. It's been a pleasure.
Well, we appreciate it. You all are always so involved, and you help us communicate with these companies, and you're a great partner. We enjoy having you on board. Next up is the Lifetime Service Award, folks, and before we get to that, I want to take a minute to watch a video, Chuck, that you and your folks put together. That's a great video. I've already had a chance to watch it, and it's basically you guys just thanking the manufacturing community in South Carolina.
Yeah, it's just a great thing. We just want to say thank you because it's phenomenal things that went on this year.
Right.
And we just want to say thank you.
Well, you do a good job of it. Let's take a look at this video real quick, and we'll be right back in a sec.
South Carolina manufacturers, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything you do.
For over 20 years, you have made my job at SCMEP an absolute joy. Thank you for all you do to keep South Carolina working and to let SCMEP be just a little part of that.
It is such a joy to be associated with South Carolina manufacturers. Thank you all for the awesome job you've been doing, pivoting to help during this pandemic. It is our pleasure to serve South Carolina manufacturers.
To all of our manufacturers here in South Carolina, I just want to say thank you so much for everything you do every single day and the way that you contribute to your communities and to your state.
Having been in manufacturing for a number of years and around manufacturing, I realized that manufacturing is probably one of the hardest professions there is. And I'd like to thank the manufacturers of South Carolina for being top-notch in terms of quality and improvement in the state of South Carolina. Thank you.
Thank you, South Carolina manufacturers, for allowing SCMEP to come in and be part of your solutions providers. We appreciate you as a manufacturer, and we just thank you for the continued support that you have given us over the years.
Here at SCMEP, we appreciate all your hard work during these trying times.
So thank you to everyone that I get to work with. It's a pleasure. It's a joy. I appreciate it. Thank you for doing business in South Carolina.
It is an honor to serve
the manufacturers of South Carolina. Thank you so much for all that you do for your communities and for the state. Thank you.
Hello, South Carolina manufacturers. I just want to say thank you for all that you do for your employees and for our state. We at the SCMEP appreciate you.
I'd like to thank you for all that you have done to keep South Carolina manufacturing strong.
Hey, South Carolina manufacturers, we just want to say thank you for an awesome year, especially during this COVID-19. Thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you so much for all you've done and keeping everything up and running for us. We really appreciate it from SCMEP.
All right, I just want to say thank you to all the manufacturers here in South Carolina. You guys have really done a nice job through these trying times. Thank you.
Thank you, South Carolina manufacturers. We at SCMEP appreciate everything you do for us and the state.
Thank you, South Carolina manufacturers. We love working with you.
Thank you so much to all the South Carolina manufacturing employees. We really appreciate all your hard work during this year.
Thank you for all that you've done and all that you continue to do.
Hi, I just want to give a completely heartfelt thank you to all of you for staying at it, for keeping people paid, for keeping the shelves stocked, and for serving our communities. Thank you for making a difference in so many lives across our state.
All right, great video, Chuck. It's time for the big reveal. Let's hand out the last award, the Blue Cross Blue Shield 2020 Manufacturing Lifetime Service Award. But before we announce the winner, I want to listen to Michael Harris for just a second. Michael is the Vice President of Sales for the major group for Blue Cross Blue Shield. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Mike Harris, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Blue Cross and Blue Shield of South Carolina. I primarily focus on our 50-plus business, working with our large group, chamber, associations, and student health plans. It is my pleasure today to welcome you all to the South Carolina Manufacturers Conference and Expo. This is a great event, and every year I look forward to attending. Unfortunately, this year we're having to go virtual. Being able to sit through several of the sessions and listen to what manufacturers are doing in our state, sitting through panel discussions to find out where we're heading for the future with our technology, and actually the food. I'll miss all of this year. However, looking at the agenda is strong. We've got several keynote speakers that'll be attending. You also have several panel discussions and breakout sessions. While there will be a virtual exhibit hall that you can go through, we definitely do encourage you and several others to go through and see who all's participating this year. So on behalf of Blue Cross and Blue Shield and all of our subsidiaries and our employees, we hope that you enjoy this year's South Carolina Manufacturers Expo and Conference. Be sure to also wash your hands, socially distance yourself, and at all times, wear your mask. Enjoy the conference.
All right, welcome back. Thanks to Blue Cross Blue Shield. Okay, Chuck, it is time. I want you to do the honors for us and tell us who the winner of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Manufacturing Lifetime Service Award is. Who is it, man?
It is Jim Newsom, CEO, President, South Carolina Ports Authority.
Ports Authority. What a great choice. Why did we choose Jim?
Well, we just looked at the impact that one person, individual had on the state, and it was absolutely Jim. It's amazing the thing that the Port Authority has done, especially the inland port up in Greer and now in Dillon, and how it's helped manufacturers all across the state, and just how the growth, it's been phenomenal, and the efficiency of the port just blows my mind. And just to have Jim's leadership over the last 10 years and the impact that he's had on the states, not only the very large ones, but a lot of small to medium-sized companies are using the Port Authority now. And so we're just so excited. I think he's well recognized and just one of the top leaders in the state of South Carolina. And we're just so excited for the opportunity to recognize his accomplishments.
Well, I think it is a great choice. Jim Newsom, he's a pretty cool dude too. He's been at a few of our events, including the manufacturing conference. I think he spoke at the conference last year or the year before, but Jim's a good guy, and I think it is well deserved. And although Jim couldn't be with us, of course, today, let's listen to what he said when we asked him to record some comments.
Hi, I'm Jim Newsom, President and CEO of the South Carolina Ports Authority in Charleston. I'm very grateful to SCMEP for awarding me the Outstanding Manufacturing Lifetime Service Award. The success of the port has been inextricably linked to the success of manufacturing in the state of South Carolina. Our port has doubled in volume in the last 10 years based on the doubling of advanced manufacturing jobs in the state. And that's really a testament to the many companies that manufacture day in and day out and pay good wages to South Carolina workers. Because of the growth of manufacturing, the port's been able to invest in significant new infrastructure, building a new container terminal, improving our existing container terminal, and preparing for the next 20 or 30 years of growth, where we think the Southeast will grow above the marketplace. Manufacturing will forever be part of our DNA. It enables us to diversify our cargo base into areas such as retail distribution and export transloading. And as we are able to grow our volume in diverse segments, it enables us to attract more shipping line services to serve the manufacturing industry. We're always impressed when we see the growth of your industry, from the growth of BMW investing $10 billion in 20 years' time in South Carolina, to certainly to Michelin, to Volvo, many, many other companies that really innovate and create jobs that become the fabric of our state in terms of improving lifestyles. The port, as a result of the growth of your industry, is deepening our harbor. We have a world-class harbor deepening project that's on track to be finished in mid-2022. Will give us the deepest harbor on the east coast of the United States and enable us to handle the big ships that are coming here today and will increasingly come here in the future without restrictions. What I would also say is that the manufacturing industry has really sort of taught us the needs of how to improve as a port. We basically have had to offer a high level of service when you're doing just-in-time delivery for companies like BMW, Michelin, others who have supply chains which really depend on reliability within minutes, not hours or days. We have to be very reliable, and we've done so to serve that industry well. We also created an inland port network, a significant inland port in Greer, South Carolina Inland Port Greer, which does about 150,000 containers to support advanced manufacturing and retail distribution, and a second inland port in Dillon, South Carolina, which supports also various diverse industries. So I think our future is very bright. The thanks really go to the manufacturing industry for enabling us to be what we are today as a port, for enabling us to earn a great reputation, to serve your needs, and to grow in the future. So I can't thank you enough for this award. I'm very honored. It certainly means a lot to me, and I wish you all a great conference. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, that does it. That concludes the 23rd Annual South Carolina Manufacturing Excellence Awards. Thank you for joining us. Thanks again, Chuck, to SCMEP, Choke Construction, and Blue Cross Blue Shield. Next up is our annual event, Women in Manufacturing Leaders and Influencers. We'll see you right back here on SC Biz TV in just a few minutes.